Hello everyone, welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Before we jump into today's video, just a couple of announcements really. I've recently launched a members only section on my channel. There'll be a link to join that in the description of this video and any of my videos. And you can also head to my profile page and click join. It is $2.99 a month. I've got exclusive members only content on there, behind the scenes footage, what else I get up to in my life, future things happening, sneak peeks of future stuff up for review, things like that. If you wish to join, I'd love to have you there. Just some great stuff going to be going on there behind the scenes, and just some stuff you maybe not really see on my main channel. And then onto the video. So today we're going to be looking at an old timer knife, and this was actually one that was very generously donated to the channel by a good subscriber and actually become a good friend, Mikey Newman. He's very active in the Discord, which will also be linked in the description, and he provided this old timer for review. So we'll take a look at the box. You can see you've got the standard sort of yellow dotted lines behind with the old timer on the front. You have old timer on the side here with the hot dogonal shield, as me and TK like to call it, or the hexagon shield. Same story on this side really. It's pretty much a very sort of uniform box. It's the same all the way around. You see here we're looking at the 19OT, which is the Landshark. This was originally purchased, it looks like, off Heine Haynes. This is a Heine logo, Lorax Limited. And you can see here as well, it was owned by Taylor's Brand LLC when this one was produced in China. So Taylor's owned old timer knives before American Outdoor Brands bought them, I believe. They did change a few hands since it was originally owned by Schrade in the US, sorry. But we're looking at the 19OT here, and this was obviously made in China. So inside the box, the knife just came wrapped in some sort of tissue paper. Pretty sort of standard stuff really, and there's a little paperwork there telling you a little bit more about the cancer warning, things like that. Overall nice presentation on the box, standard sort of stuff from Old Timer really. And here it is, the Old Timer Landshark. That is a 19OT. We're looking at a closed length of 1, 2, 3, just shy of 4 inches, say 3.7, 3.8 inches closed. And you can see that very unusual design right off the bat. Very unique one from Old Timer to make, because they're a very sort of traditional company. But they do have some of the oddball designs out there as well. And this is one I really do like. Been keeping an eye out this one for a while. Never really been able to find it. So I'm really grateful for Mikey to sending it over. You can see here we have the nickel silver bolsters on either end. You do have the brass pins, and I believe that's nickel silver shield. It could be brass, with the Old Timer logo stamped in there. You have the Sawcut handles. I don't believe it's Delwyn on the Chinese made ones. I believe it's just a synthetic. And same story on the back. You've got the nickel silver bolsters, the brass pins, and of course with the Old Timer knives you get the middle pin, which pivots on the spring, is a little bit proud and rounded over to hold everything together. And you can see here as well we have this cutout, and that is like an easy open notch to open up the blade. You can see the build quality on this one is absolutely fantastic. Tiniest little gaps really at the end down here, but nothing that's affecting the quality of the knife. It's pinned really tight. There's no blade wobble, nothing of the sort. And the only other thing I'd really notice is the end of the spring is rounded over here, like see on the corners. I guess they've done it so it's not sharp when you're opening the knife, but it does sort of take away from that flushness when it's all put together. But you can see as well we have steel liners on this. And it looks like there's some sort of black underliner under the handle material as well. You can just about make it out here on the edges of the handle. So this is a Chinese made one. We're looking at a 7CR17 blade. And it does have a nail nick here, but of course with that really nice easy open notch, you can just pinch and grab. And it does have a half stop. You can see you have Schrade here on the tang stamp. And obviously the oil I've used to lubricate it, and 19OT here on the rear. And we'll take a quick look at the edge while we're here. Absolutely fantastic on this one. Whoever sharpened this knife in the factory can have a big pat on the back. They did a fantastic job. It is screaming sharp, and like one of the sharpest knives I've received out of the box. And just listen to the snap on this as well. Absolutely fantastic walk and torque. I'd say we're about a 6.5 to a 7 on the pull. So you can see you have that satin flat grind on the blade. No swedging or anything, just a nice working sort of sheepsfoot blade. And you do have that clean nail nick on there as well. Blade length, we're looking at a total blade length from them. Measuring at the top of the bolster here, we do have a 1 to just over 2.5 inches, and then a cutting edge we're looking at 1, 2 1/4. So a very world friendly knife, and definitely a UK friendly knife. One I would have no issue carrying in the UK at all. And just love the sound of the snap on that when it goes down. I have checked before closing it down, there is no blade wrap whatsoever. There's no impact marks on the back, and it's just a fantastically built knife. You can see as well the centering is pretty much spot on. Just give it a bit of a close, see where it lands. I mean, that looks pretty dead on to me, maybe favouring the pile side of the knife a little bit, but very, very minor. You can see the flat tang there as well, which designates that it does have a half stop. And I'll show you what I mean about the rounded over spine on the spring. So you can see when it's locked up there, there is 2 little tiny triangle gaps. And obviously if that was squared off, you wouldn't have those and it would sit probably flush. But when the knife's open, it's smooth, there's no stepping, nothing of the sort. It's been hafted beautifully well. I can't find a single sharp corner or edge on this at all. And just a fantastic knife from Old Timer. Really sort of unique pattern, really comfortable in the hand. For me, my sort of ring finger fits in that finger choil if I choke up on the blade here, and it's really comfortable and it's secure. It's not going to slip out of your hand with that grip on there. You're very locked in, especially with that choil as well, and you've got no chance of that closing on you. As well as that, I would often use it in sort of a pinch grip as well, but again the ring finger does sort of fit in, and you can go back doing your scoring cuts, things like that. Overall, a fantastic knife. Really happy with this one. Over the moon that I got sent this over from Mikey. So again, Mikey, thank you very much for sending this over. It really does mean a lot. Treasured knife in my collection, and one that's never going to go anywhere. So there we go, guys. That's my review of the Old Timer 19OT Landshark, I should say, not Landshank. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I hope to see you again. Peace out.